And welcome back, everybody. ASAP Grim here, and this is the continuation of our EVE Online Chronicle. This is Chronicle number 1. And just want to make sure about the volume. Okay, let me get my timer started. I have some things to show you. I referenced my EveMon skill plan, and I loaded up the first group of skills. So, Surgical Strike 3, that's not part of the skill plan. That was recommended by the tutorial. Shield Operation 1, 2, and 3, also not part of the skill plan, but I have a feeling will be integral to being a Caldari player, and is currently needed. At least level 1 is needed in order to use a module we have equipped. After that, though, we do get into our skill plan proper for the Gnosis. So I have Light Drone Operation 1, Missile Launcher Operation to level 2. Those are levels. Light Drone Operation to level 1, Missile Launcher Operation to level 2, Light Missiles to level 1, Drones to level 2, Light Drone Operation to 2, Light Missiles to 2. And that puts us at 1 day and 45 minutes. I like to get an idea for the technical skills that our player is skilling up in, so let's look at that real quick. For Surgical Strike, and we've looked at this before, but it says knowledge of spaceship's structural weaknesses. 3% bonus per skill level to the damage of all weapon turrets. Shield Operation. Skill at operating a spaceship's shield systems, including the use of shield boosters and other basic shield modules. 5% reduction in shield recharge time per skill level. Light Drone Operation. Skill at controlling light combat drones. 5% bonus to damage of light drones per level. Missile Launcher Operation. Basic operation of missile launcher systems. 2% bonus to missile launcher rate of fire per skill level. Light Missiles. Skill with manually targeted missiles. 5% bonus to light missile damage per skill level. 5% bonus, okay. And then drones, we already read. Skill at remote controlling drones, can operate 1 drone per skill level. That's right, I have not read that. Okay, so that's important. We need to get that up to drones 5, which will take some time. But we'll follow the skill plan in getting that done. And then everything else we've already read. We do have 30,000 unallocated skill points that we were saving up for after we reach the 5 million skill point cap. So I will X out of that. And the next challenge isn't for 6.5 more hours. So I will not see that until tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get started with our advanced military career agent. This is going to be mostly PvP related stuff, I believe. Maybe I'm mischaracterizing it. I probably am. Welcome, Lincoln Grimm. I'm told you want to learn some of the more advanced assets of warfare. A friend of mine has been summoned to a face-to-face meeting by a local pirate cartel who've recently been attempting to blackmail him. I want you to take my friend's place and kill these criminals. All right. Straightforward, to the point. Undock. Ooh, you know what? I'm running out of ammo. Let's open up the market and look for antimatter charge small. That's what the S is. Just normal antimatter will do just fine. The cheapest is 4 jumps away at 16 ISK. Is there anything in station? There's some in the system at 21.92. That's a pretty significant difference. Let's buy. He's got plenty. So let's get 3 1,000, I think. Okay. Let's warp to location, take care of these pirates first. And then we'll go get that ammo. Do we have baddies? No. As far as I can tell, I have not had any problems recording at 4K. I've done several videos now. Let's try activating both of these. Alright. Disable that because it does get through the capacitor pretty quickly. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I've still got this activated, so they haven't really been able to land a shot. I don't remember deactivating it. I'm not sure what led to that. Okay, let's take a look at Rex. I didn't suffer very much damage there at all. So these are damage mitigating devices. And this one recharges. Is that it? Yeah, dock. Okay.
Warp drive active.
Let's go turn the mission in and we'll head and pick up our antimatter. We'll head off to pick up the antimatter charges after that. We can even go ahead and set destination right now. All right. So basically we have health regeneration right here. This is like a shield against certain kind of damage. And this is like evasion. It makes their aim, it negatively impacts their aim. Okay, request mission. Put that on to delay. Actually, I think that we can accept it. If it's done, we have 6 hours to get it done. What does he want? We've discovered the headquarters of the pirate group you dispatched in your last mission, and it's time to take them out for good. I'm going to give you a frigate loaded with proximity-based explosive charges. Okay, yeah, we'll do that when we get back. So that thing's on delay. Let's undock. Make sure we're in the travel tab. We are.
Warp drive active.
I think we get a destroyer out of this agent. I'm not sure, though. I just got done making a Minmatar character as like kind of a placeholder because I was really pretty torn between playing as Caldari or a Minmatar. So on this account, I now have a Galente character, a Minmatar character, and a Caldari character. The only one I'm missing is Amar. And I think they're neat too. They because they're kind of based as like a kind of a holy order, they have names that make me think of what's that game called? Warhammer? Warhammer 40K and the Imperium of Man. It's that kind of a thing. So if you want to feel like you're playing in the Roman Empire or something, give Amar a shot. Alright. One jump out. What does this button mean? Ungroup all weapons. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So if I click that, yep. And then we can stack them all. Which is what works for me because I don't tend... Well, it kind of depends. As a general rule of thumb, I focus fire. Let's say you have 5 ships, and they do, I don't know, 1 DPS a second, right? Collectively, they're doing 5 DPS a second. If you're splitting your DPS among all 5 ships, you might be whittling them all down slowly, but they maintain 5 full DPS, even though they're critically hurt across the board. You know, for the duration of time that they exist, no matter what condition their ship is in, they're doing their full DPS. So I like to focus fire and knock their DPS off the board so that over time I'm reducing their DPS. Show me info. What do? Gives an increased targeting range, scan resolution, and sensor strength. This module can be loaded with scripts to increase its effectiveness in certain areas. Oh, this is kind of nice. This is good for drones. Okay, so you can improve your accuracy with that, I believe. Structure, hit points, activation cost, capacity, max targeting range bonus, 27.5%, and this is the one that would be accuracy, I believe. Scan resolution bonus, 27.5%. So depending on what script you load to it, you can either extend your range or extend your accuracy. Radar strength, magnetometric strength, gravimetric. Oh, these are the different forms of targeting that the different factions use. Okay. Let's drop these into the item hanger and sell them. And sell items. Yeah. Okay. Then drop this into here and undock and open up assets and set this as, we'll set it as destination once we exit. Okay, so talking about DPS. So where the exception is Well, what if I'm one-shotting guys? Or what if I have 8 guns and it's taking like 2 guns to one-shot a guy or get him off the board pretty quickly? We're seeing some of that right now with this ship because it hits so hard. Well, then it doesn't make sense to put all 8 guns onto one ship when you got 5 targets out there, because you're wasting your damage output. 2 guns killed it. So the other 6 guns that fired their shots just hit scraps of metal. So those are the things you have to consider. But as a rule, I do try to focus fire. So if I had 6 guns, I would probably have them split up into 2 groups of 3. I might have 3 groups of 2. All right, we need to refill this as soon as we get on the other side.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so that's just telling us that our standing with the Guristas has been reduced because we're killing them.
Warp drive active.
We don't care what stinking pirates think about us. We're not on their side. This is the Caldari state. They are scum of the earth.
Warp drive active.
I think 1 astral unit, I believe that's what AU stands for, is 1 billion kilometers. My goodness, what an incredible amount of distance.
Docking permission requested.
Can you imagine if we ever get to the point that we have something like hyperspace?
Request accepted.
I know, part of me thinks, what a ridiculous statement. Don't bring that up. It's science fiction, dude. But look at what flippin', I always forget his name. The rich guy that's doing the private space shuttle stuff. Look at what we're doing with that. He's got remote control fuel tanks that pilot themselves back to their landing pads so that it's efficient. Elon Musk, that guy. I just think there's incredible things happening. We live in such an interesting time, guys. I mean, there's tension and stuff like that. There always is. But I would like to say be appreciative of the era you live in and what you're witnessing right now. There are some things that are happening that are, I wouldn't put it at the level of the industrial age, but I kind of wonder, are we getting close to another leap forward like the industrial age had? We've discovered the headquarters of the pirate group you dispatched in your last mission, and it's time to take them out for good. I'm going to give you a frigate loaded with proximity-based explosive charges. And your job is to fly directly into their HQ. As your frigate explodes, you'll be perfectly safe inside your capsule, so just relax and get back to me when you're done. Alright, he's going to give us a Griffin. So we'll accept that. And pop open our inventory. And where is it? AG1 Griffin, there it is. Okay. Assemble the ship. We're of course not going to rename this or insure it. Just gonna go blow it up. Wow, what a neat looking ship. Dude, what do you do? What's your specialty? ECM target jammer. Oh, it's an electronic combat ship. Oh, that is flippin' neat. If I was in a corporation, I think I would have at least some interest in trying that out. An ECCM ship, dude, I mean, that is cool. That is cool. All right, warp to location.
Warp drive active.
That's a neat looking ship too. I'm getting all excited. I've messed with some of this, ECCM. I have some background in my history on things like that, so I get a little bit excited. Look at how it folds in. It's like a little transformer, man. Are you kidding me? I'm like a little kid right now. It's exciting. It's exciting. Look at this thing unfold itself. It's like a little wasp. Oh, that is too cool. That is too cool. Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to approach their Oh, here. Activate gate.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of lost myself there for a second. This ship is neat. It is. I wouldn't want to fly this solo, but as part of a fleet, I think I could get down with this, man. That would be cool. All right, let's approach Garista Starbase Control Tower. I want to get a closer look. What else does this thing have to offer us as far as visuals? Look at these little jet ports here, exhaust ports. All of the ships in EVE, I really enjoy looking at their details. They make me think of, what they make me think of, but it's going to be dated. A lot of you guys might not even know the reference, but they make me think of Micro Machines. Another probably more common reference would be tabletop models that you paint with extraordinary detail.
Warp drive active.
We blew him up. I couldn't get my camera on it. Oh well. Yeah, like tabletop models that you paint with incredible detail, where you can get like weathering in there, you can get rust, if you know what you're doing. I've seen some people do some stuff with tabletop models that blows my mind. Just really neat stuff. They'll get little pieces of paper and stuff and do tricks with that to augment their models and like plaster over them to make them look like
Docking permission requested.
weathered, broken pieces of building and stuff like that. Anyway, that's probably a better reference that more people will get.
Docking request
But for me,
accepted.
the thing that they really make me think of is Micro Machines. Okay, HE5 was Mari. Merlin. Make active. Please wait. Station services. Okay. Make active. There we go. Start conversation. Complete that mission. And good work. You've now seen for yourself that losing a ship isn't the end of the world. You capsuleers have a saying, though. Don't fly what you can't afford to lose. Yeah, you should pay attention to that. I have lost because of that before. If you stick to affordable ships and modules, you'll be able to learn without risking everything you own. When you're ready for another assignment, let me know. All right, request mission. Next up is a kind of interdiction called warp disruption. When activated on another targeted ship, these kinds of modules tackle it, disabling its warp drive. Tackling only works if you maintain close distance. Don't let the target slip outside your warp disruptor's range, and have sufficient strength to overpower its warp core. To successfully lock down a ship, the total number of warp disruptors attempting to tackle it must outnumber the warp core stabilizers it has online. I'll give you a civilian warp disruptor to test out on a pirate that escaped from the headquarters you just blew up. Pin him down, but don't blow him up. All right. So we have accepted the mission. Let's unfit this for right now, since we can't even use it. Don't have the skill yet. Warp disruptor. Warp disruptor. Okay, undock. Take our Merlin out there. And warp to location.
Warp drive active.
So here it is right here. Range must be within 20 kilometers. Let's make sure we have the combat tab up. Okay, here's our guys. Rookie, rebel leader. Let's approach. Turn on the afterburner. Fleeing pirate. Incoming Hey, alright, please don't shoot me, I'll leave. Just let me go. Okay. Oh, the other two left. So we can dock.
Warp drive active.
The Caldari Navy will show up and take care of these guys.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, start conversation, complete mission. Alright, mission 4 of 10. Nicely done, Lincoln Grimm. It looks like our pirate friends got the message loud and clear. Hopefully you understand the basics of warp disruption now. There's more to it, of course, but regardless of how each different type of module works, the principle is always the same. Pin them down and keep them there. Alright, request mission. A vessel nearby was attacked by pirates, with the only survivor left for dead and a disabled vessel. We need you to repair his ship with remote shield booster modules, so he can return to safety. Let me stress again that you are to repair the vessel, not blow it up. I know you capsulars have an itchy trigger finger at the best of times. Alright, we're going to get some things out of this. One shield emission systems skill book and some ISK. Oh, I need to do my fitting. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, dock.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. Open up our inventory. We will take the warp disruptor out. And we will drop in the remote shield booster. There are no free slots on the ship. Unfit. Oh, are you a high slot? You must be. So, unfit this. Clear module group. Ooh. No. I guess I have to. Okay, put this up here. And this goes into a high slot? Yes, it does. Okay, undock. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, warp. So our group is undone. Oh, timer. Where is the ship? Damaged vessel. Okay, so I want to lock that up and approach it. Activate the remote shield booster. Control space will stop your ship. Basic systems are operational once again. We have functional warp drives. Thank you, pilot. I owe you one. I'm getting out of here. Alright, so are we.
Warp drive active.
Getting pretty close to starting our Sisters of
Docking
EvE
requested. Docking
epic
request
arc.
accepted.
Oh, yeah, I should talk about something before closing this episode out while I'm thinking about it. Here, complete mission. Good work out there. Our agent reported a safe journey back home. I hope you've come to learn something in the process, too. I arranged for a skill book to be made available to you as a reward. If you're interested in the use of shield transfer modules, you'll want to train it up eventually. Request mission and put it on delay. Alright, so we did 1 through 4. Okay, so here's the thing. We may want to jump into Galente ships eventually. The reason I don't think that's going to be a problem is there is a frigate. It costs a lot more money than what I've got. I'm not capable of doing it right now, but at a high skill level with a lot of money, you can build a frigate that can solo Abyssal Sites, supposedly. And it's called a worm. And this worm requires that you have 3 points of Caldari frigate skill level and 3 points of Galente frigate skill level. So if we move over to Galente ships, it's not going to be a waste of skill points for us with our 5 million cap, because we're probably going to want to do that anyway and have a mixture of Caldari and Galente, at least on the frigates. So we'll see. But as I say that, I kind of think we'll just see how it plays. I want to try. I would like to try a Caldari destroyer and see how that works out. But I'm telling you, from experience, I do know that the Galente Algos, that thing is nice. It looks cool, and it does a lot of damage with its drones. So anyway, that's the thought that I had. Let me open up my fitting. Open up my inventory. We will unequip this. Where is it? Unfit. We will drop our light electron blaster back in there and arm it. Okay, we're still doing 45.7 DPS with just over 2,000 effective hit points. And we can go ahead and have this injected. Inject skill. There we go. So we know it now, and we can train into it. Shield emission system skill has been injected and is ready to train, given that its skill prerequisites have been met. Okay. Oh, good deal. Small shield booster, I think I can reload that, because by the time I get back, I think that we'll have at least 1 skill point in that. Everything else I'll close out for right now and not really worry with. And with that said, that'll close out this episode. Again, I'm Aesop Grim. Thank you for coming by the channel, and I will see you guys in the next episode where this story continues. Thanks for visiting Aesop Grim's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.